Hi, Debbie here, and I am the eBrush gal, and I just want to share with you some information about the eBrush. Craftwell has this great tool that I use for almost everything. I use it for my crafting, I use it in my sewing, and I got to this weekend use it to decorate a window for a charity event. And we'll be talking about how I used my eBrush without markers to decorate the windows. But I do want you to know that the eBrush is a fine tool, and currently it does have these wonderful adapters that fit markers that are commonly out there, like the Sharpies, Tombos. It'll fit Spectrum Noir, which are great markers, Prismacolor, Copics, and also A&D Chart Pack, which are the same body style as the Bullet Letra sets. So what I want to do for you right now is just to give you a brief showing of how you can set this up to use the traditional markers, but talk to you too about how you can use other brands of markers, like the Tulip fabric markers, or there's just so many other ones, Fabrico fabric markers. Anything that I can get to fit in the barrel and use a little bit of foam with, I can get it to work usually. So let's just take a look at this, and I want you to know that I want you to keep in mind that I'm going to be sharing a video with you coming shortly about the other uses as well. But this is just for this weekend, just to get you going and to show you. So let's get started. First thing that I want to show you is something that I just really I'm enamored with. Everybody's got Sharpies laying around, I would imagine. By the way, it's cold here, and so what happens is when the temperature changes, sometimes the adapters, or they're plastic, they move. So I'll put a little bit of painter's tape in it or washi tape to get it to be a little bit tighter. There's my Sharpie setup. Oh, by the way, did you see how I did that? It's very simple. On your adapter, you will see that there's a little caret there. So you want this little mark, you want it to line up with your seam, you press in and you turn. Sometimes, yes, they are tighter than others. So that's what we're going to do. And I don't know if you know or not, but they've got these great metallic Sharpies out there. This is a bronze, which is one of my favorite colors. There's also a silver, and then there's a gold. And let's use the silver, because I've done a gold before, so I'll show you. How many times have I had something that I wanted to change? Let's see what it looks like if I just do it by hand. So I'll turn this around. Well, let's look on this side. Not bad. I could do that. Take me all day, but I could do it. It's got a little bit showing through. Let's see. You know, I could do it, but it takes a while. In fact, I'll show you on the gold, it didn't do it all, but the first thing I want to do is I'm going to put my marker in. I'm going to take a little scrap piece of paper, put it over my project. I'm going to go ahead and turn my unit on, and I will adjust it, pushing in or pulling out to get it in the spray. And you'll see, oh look, right away when we have the spray, you'll notice if it looks good or it doesn't to you. And you'll hear a sound, it'll make a whoosh sound. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little stiletto, because I don't want to get this all over my fingers. I used to have dyed fingers all the time. And I'm just going to do this. Look how fast. No fingerprints. Oh, except for if you run the pin in it like that and you go back and do it. Turn off my unit. And always turn your unit off. Put my marker cap back on. And since it is alcohol, it usually dries really quick. So there you go. Look, we have a silver button. Just to show you, because I'm really kind of like one of those people that just loves color. This is the bronze. Now, I mean, I know it's hard to see, but these really look like they're metal. And this is where I did see the bronze. When you do the gold to the bronze, it really has a lot of white in it. So I think that this is well worth it to me, because I do a lot of custom little purses and I stack these. So to have my gold or my bronze backing, I am in love. So it really works well. You can also use colored Sharpies to make a colored button. Now, what I do is if these are going to be washed, I do try and overspray them with acrylic spray so they're sealed. But a lot of times I just use these on designs and things that aren't going to be washed. Oh, but what about those off-brands like you could get over at the dollar store? And this was something that was really, really great for me, or at least I was excited about. I'm not going to use a yellow. That's the first thing I pull out of the thing is a yellow. So over at one of the dollar stores, and it's probably the most common one that has to do with trees, Dollar Tree, they have a set of 8 for $1. Now these are very expensive, and I actually use these to set out a lot of my designs first because if you're using a Copics or using a Spectrum Noir, they're a little bit more expensive, so especially the Copics. So I want to set up my design first, and just to show you, let's go back to this paper. First off, you'll look at it and say, "Oh, Debbie lied. Look, it doesn't work." It does work. You just have to pull it in, push it in till you seat it. There's a sweet spot there. Oh, look at the line I'm getting. I could see, oh, so much to do with that. I could see some really fancy little marks or maybe a really cool leaf. Remember, the closer you are. See, so there's a lot of things you can do with this, and yes, you can use the generic markers with it. Don't you love Copics? Well, on the Copics, again, you take the little carrot, you're going to put it on, you're going to push in, you're going to turn. Then we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to look for our Copics marker. And where's my Copics? Okay, let's see. Let's find a pretty Copics. All my Copics are very light, and forgive me, they're all pastel. So, and you got to make sure that you shut them. You're going to slide that Copics right down that tube. You're going to turn it on, back to scrap paper again. And the first thing I say is, oh, it doesn't work. But remember, it's about adjusting. There we go. And you see the Copics has a little bit different spray. I love it. Because you can get some really neat backgrounds with this. Could you imagine doing a sky with that? Leaving the place for your clouds? Oh, yeah. I mean, so people often ask me, oh, I know I'm using so much ink when I'm doing that, but let's look. Do you see anything coming through? With all the work you saw me do on this, look. It doesn't bleed through. You're actually using less ink doing this than you would be if you touched it. If you touch it to the paper, let's see. See how it comes through? See? And then watch this. No coming through. So you use less ink with the airflow. I was doing some work with foam, and I know a lot of people carve things out of foam, or they use it for a decorative base for something. And traditionally, when you're using foam, the sad part is, especially if you don't have scissors to cut it out of the thing, the sad part is that foam, when it hits paint, it eats it, so it actually melts. And so right away, when I was going to shoot some foam, somebody said to me, "Oh no, if you do that, it's going to melt." Well, I want to show you, because this is the thing with the eBrush, and since it's blowing the liquid out very, very quick off of your marker, what happens is that it dries almost instantly, and therefore you're getting some great coverage. Let's use a, without eating it up, let's use a purple. I love purple. So again, we're going to put our marker in. Always check your markers to make sure that they're not saturated with other colors, so that you don't mess them up. I always wipe them off. So I'm going to, oh, look at that. Beautiful. So let's see if it's going to eat it. What do you think? But look at that. You decorate it on foam with an alcohol marker. You get this beautiful glittery effect. And guess what? It didn't eat your foam. So you can use it for foam, you can use it for fabric, you can do all kinds of things with it. So I hope that you enjoy your eBrush, and head on over to our store. Check out our Black Friday sales. They're excellent. And you too can be the happy owner of an eBrush. Don't forget the siphon kit. I'm going to show you some ways to monogram some items that will be dishwasher safe coming soon. Thank you. Don't forget our Black Friday sale again. Hoo hoo.